America, we gotta get back to doing what's expected of us as free citizens in this democracy. That means being tolerant, being respectful, staying informed, and being engaged. I'm former Congressman Joe Walsh. Follow me here and join the millions of Americans who are renewing their social contract with each other. The social contract, it's on us. Hey, life is just so much easier when you speak the truth, when you don't worry about or think about what you're going to say, when you don't calculate what you're going to say, when you just speak the truth. You say what you know is right. Here's what we know is right. Here's what we know is the truth. Donald Trump was handed a great fucking economy. Stop. Period. Drop the mic. Donald Trump was handed, given, inherited a great fucking economy. And everything that's happening now, everything that's happened these last 7 weeks, everything that's going to happen in a couple months, a recession that may be coming in 6 months, it's all on him. He's fucking things up. He's screwing things up. Ain't no way, ain't no how we're going to let Trump lie, because that's what he does, and rewrite the history. He was handed a great fucking economy. I was on a show yesterday, a TV show yesterday, and I said that. I didn't swear. I just said, Trump was given the best, by far, the best post-COVID economy in the industrialized world, by far, and he's messing it up. And then somebody came on after me, a pro-Trumper commentator, and she said, no. Donald Trump was given a horrible economy. Our economy sucked under Biden. Donald Trump was given a bad economy. He's got to turn things around because, man, things just sucked when Trump was sworn in. And the beauty of that is the facts are the facts. Keith, you got that headline? Booming economy, boom, 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 whatever it is. I forget what it is. There it is this morning. The facts are the facts. Keep that up for a sec, Keith. How the economy went from booming to a recession scare in just 20 days. The facts are, and this is where MAGA and Trump supporters love you, my brothers and sisters, but you're naked on this one. The facts and the truth aren't with you. Donald Trump was given a booming economy by all indications. You don't need to credit Biden. You don't need to call it the Biden economy. I don't care about that. When Donald Trump raised his right hand on January 20th and was sworn in, we had the best fucking economy in the industrialized world by far. Every single indicator. Again, MAGA, facts is facts. The markets booming for 2 to 3 years. Employment in America booming the past 2 to 3 years. Unemployment barely measurable for the past 2 to 3 years. The employment participation rate booming the past 2 to 3 years. Consumer spending. Again, MAGA, I know your man rocks. Your man's the best. I'm just laying down facts. Consumer spending in America booming the past 2 to 3 years. By the way, domestic energy production the last 2 to 3 years higher than it's ever been in America. And finally, inflation way down when Trump was sworn in. Inflation in the United States of America peaked 2 years ago. Everybody, right? The world was hit by COVID. Everybody wrestled with how are we going to recover economically from COVID? Every country knows that America kicked ass. We recovered from COVID. Again, according to the facts, according to the data, we recovered better than anybody, any other country in the world. Everything was booming. Inflation was dropping. And Trump raised his right hand and became president. And I know we talked about it yesterday, the bullshit, because that's all Trump feeds you is bullshit. And Trump feeds you bullshit, my MAGA brothers and sisters, who I just adore and just love. Trump feeds you bullshit because he knows you eat up the bullshit. The bullshit, right, that Trump was going to bring down the prices of everything on day one. Bullshit, lies. And if you believe that, shame on you. But the first half of that headline, how'd we go from a booming economy to where we are right now? People are scared to death. People's heads are spinning. People are getting laid off. We're like cutting government spending, but nobody knows how. And every day you wake up, either tariffs are on or tariffs are off. Some days they are on and off every time you grab a cup of coffee. And all of this is bringing our economy to the point where, as I speak with you this morning, the markets are crashing again. And remember how egalitarian the markets have become in America. When we talk about the markets not doing well, we're not just talking about those wealthy, uber wealthy people. When we talk about the markets not doing well, the markets crashing, the markets down, we're talking about your retirement and my retirement. We're talking about teachers' retirements. We're talking about the retirement plans for average Americans, because average Americans, thank God, in this wonderful, glorious country, have been investing in the markets more and more year after year. Markets crashing. A very weak jobs number came out for February just a week and a half ago. We're actually at a point now where people are talking about a recession. About inflation coming back. About unemployment going up. And again, just the facts. When Trump raised that right hand, MAGA, and you all swooned, MAGA, the economy was kicking ass. There was none of this chaos, none of this confusion, none of this instability that impacts everybody, not just super rich people. Again, mass layoffs that nobody can understand and explain. 80 to 100,000 veterans let go. Oh, Democrats, there's your campaign commercial for all of 2026. Donald Trump and Elon Musk are just fucking firing U.S. veterans. But these mass layoffs, all of these cuts that none of us truly understand what's really being cut, what's really being frozen, what agencies are really being hammered. Nobody knows. It just adds to all the chaos and the confusion and the instability. And then you have the absolute idiot in the White House. And he is an idiot. I think, I could be wrong, Keith, but I think Trump came out even this morning and just announced new tariffs on Canada. I thought I saw that. Yeah, 25 to 390%, 50%, 25% tariffs on blah, 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 blah. And the only thing that can stop these tariffs from happening, the president of the United States said, is if Canada becomes the 51st state. Hey, fucking get rid of that, Keith. Congratulations, MAGA. Congratulations, MAGA. Your economy right now, the guy in the White House right now, who is crashing and burning this economy, is throwing tariffs down, new tariffs down. What is today's Tuesday? I think Tuesday is tariffs are on day. Monday, he takes them back. Yeah, I think Tuesday, he puts the tariffs back on the table. And your guy in the White House, who just this morning, I think that was about an hour ago, announced like 25 to 50% tariffs on who knows what. He doesn't know what. And the only way he'll rescind these tariffs, he said, the president of the United States said, Canada, is if you become the 51st state of the United States of America. I tend to be dark. And I tend, like a lot of people are better than I am. They can have fun with Trump and laugh about all the stupid, idiotic shit he does and says. I've never been very good at that because, like, I take this stuff too seriously. We have a fucking madman in the White House, and it matters. We have an idiot in the White House, and it matters. We have somebody who's super ignorant in the White House and vengeful in the White House, and it matters. I wish I could be better about lying about all of that. But MAGA, all I'm saying is the president of the United States, in essence, an hour ago, resumed his trade war against Canada and said the only way he'll end the trade war is if Canada becomes the 51st state. Now, you tell me, MAGA, you tell me. You like that? Is that cool? Is that funny? Is that a guy playing with everything up here? He's starting a trade war. And now, as of this morning, again, it's Tuesday. Always got to be careful because tomorrow is Wednesday. That's a different day. And I'll bet tomorrow on Wednesday, he may say, okay, I'm taking off the tariffs because Canada agreed to suck my toes. I don't know. But so it's always dangerous, right? When you're dealing with a vengeful, stupid idiot like Trump to try to analyze, right, what he says. But as of an hour ago, newsflash, America, Trump increased his trade war against Canada and said the only way it will end is if Canada becomes the 51st state. Now, if you elect to laugh about this, or if you choose, MAGA, to say, I'm fucking, hey, Joe, because I hear this every day, we're fucking trolling those libs, man. I love, hey, Joe, you got TDS, Trump derangement syndrome. I love that Trump does that. If you choose to take that tact, MAGA, that this is just Trump being the really funny, cool, tough Trump, understand that what the president says impacts real lives. His on again, off again tariff bullshit is hurting people. It's really hurting average Americans' retirement plans. It's hurting small businesses big time. Laugh about it, MAGA. Laugh about it. But man, small businesses, man, don't know what the fuck to do with this guy in the White House who every time he wakes up, it's either tariffs are on or tariffs are off. So they don't know what to do. So they're not planning ahead. So they're not thinking about hiring. And oh, by the way, they're planning now on raising prices, which, newsflash, MAGA, you're paying for it. The American consumer is going to pay for all of this, and they're going to let people go. So the trade war, Trump's trade war, is hurting real people. Trump's fucking chaotic confusion, instability, as funny as you think it is, as so many of you tell me, Joe, he's playing 4D chess. Isn't it something that Trump supporters still say that to me after all these years? Whatever. It's impacting real lives. Probably MAGA people you know. Trump and Elon Musk, without any rhyme and reason, just fucking firing people, letting people go, is impacting real lives. So laugh, MAGA. Laugh, laugh, laugh all the way to a recession. And I know, MAGA, you know what a recession is. I know everybody listening to me right now knows what a recession is. And I'll give you a hint. It's the opposite of what Trump was given. Trump was given a booming economy. That's good. A recession is the opposite of that. That's bad. It's not funny. We have a madman and an idiot in the White House who, and this is the one constant thread with Trump, doesn't give a fuck about anybody but himself. And right now, because of the chaos and the confusion and the bad, horrible policies he's throwing out there, that booming economy is struggling right now. And inflation will go up and unemployment may go up as well. And we may be looking at a recession. And MAGA, if that makes you laugh, then laugh. By the way, topic number 2, Democrats. I'm such a broken record. I always say, get some fucking balls, get some balls, but I don't mean to offend my female listeners. Democrats, get some fucking courage. Get some courage. Republicans are in their own mess this week. Republicans have to pass a bill to keep the government funded. They have to pass what's called a temporary CR, a continuing resolution, to fund the government through the end of September. To do it, they can only lose one Republican vote because they have a 1-vote majority in the House. But to pass, and remember, Republicans control all of Washington. Republicans need Democratic help in the Senate. They need about 8 to 9 Senate Democrats to go along with this continuing resolution by the end of the week. And Democrats, and we're in this mess with the ignorant madman in the White House to a large degree because of how feckless and weak and elitist the Democratic Party has become. Democrats really don't have a history of displaying courage or fight. And there are reports that Democrats, led by Chuck Schumer, I don't know if we have that headline, Keith, are thinking about bailing Republicans out. There we go. Thank you, Keith. There's Chuck Schumer. Senate Democrats are leery of blocking Republican bill because they fear a shutdown. Oh, Democrats. Please, Democrats. Thanks, Keith. And again, just word of advice number 1 to Democrats all the time. Please keep Chuck Schumer away from any and all cameras. Just do that. That's a good start. Democrats, here's the deal. Republicans need you in the Senate. I'm talking to Senate Democrats. They need you to bail them out. They need your votes to get this CR, this temporary CR, to keep the government funded. They need your support to get it passed. Don't give it to them. Republicans control the House. Republicans control the Senate. There is a Republican in the White House. And I'll tell you what, the man controlling everything is an unelected, wealthiest guy on the planet, and he's working with all the Republicans. They created this mess. Musk and Trump created this mess. Musk and Trump have decided from day one that they are going to run the federal government, and Congress can take 2 years off. Trump and Musk are the ones shutting down Social Security offices. Trump and Musk are the ones shutting down VA centers. My friend and former colleague, Tom Malinowski, Democratic congressman from New York, Tom Malinowski, laid this all out beautifully last night. Trump and Musk are the ones shutting down the NOAA, the outfit, the agency that gives us our national weather reports. Trump and Musk are the ones gutting foreign aid. Trump and Musk are the ones who've decided to do the job that our founders said Congress must do. Allocate money, appropriate money, pass bills, make law. Musk and Trump right now, for the past 7 weeks, have been doing that. So, Senate Democrats, what do they need you for? Congress, by the way, Republicans who run the House and the Senate, they've completely abdicated their job. They've completely abdicated their duty to the Constitution. Mike Johnson, John Thune in the Senate, we don't talk about him much. Senate Republicans and House Republicans have gotten down on their knees every single day for 7 weeks on their knees, and they have pledged fealty to Trump. They've told Trump that he's the one who can make law. He's the one who can end federal agencies. He's the one who can decide what congressionally appropriated money we spend or not. He's the one who can do all of that. You've let him do all of that. So Democrats continue to let Trump and Musk do all of that. Why would you even, Democrats, why would you even vote on a spending bill when Trump and Musk for 7 weeks have taken over your constitutional authority to decide what gets spent or not? Why would you even pass a spending bill? If I were a Senate Democrat, I wouldn't. Why do it? Trump and Musk are going to do what they want anyways. They'll continue down this unconstitutional road. And yeah, by the way, we saw a really good court ruling yesterday. Remember, Marco Rubio came out and said 83% of USAID we've gutted is no longer there. A district judge said yesterday, you don't have the authority, right? It's always so beautiful. Every couple days, a judge reminds us of our Constitution and reminds us of our founders. The judge yesterday said the president does not have the constitutional authority to decide what money gets spent and doesn't. The judge reminded us yesterday that is Congress's constitutional job. They have that authority. Trump I'll say it again till I'm blue in the face. Musk and Trump cannot decide what congressionally appropriated money can be spent or not. They don't have the constitutional authority to do that. They're doing it right now. And even though the courts are going to slap them back, damage is being done. And my point to Senate Democrats is, don't help them. Don't help them. If the government shuts down for a few days, that's on Musk and Trump. Everything right now is on Musk and Trump and Republicans. They control everything. Democrats, this has moved well beyond a fight for a program or two. This has moved well beyond a fight over spending. This is a fight over the Constitution. Trump and Musk have been doing things for 7 weeks they don't have the constitutional authority to do. Right now, we do not. Right now, we do not have 3 independent branches of government. We have 2. The legislative branch right now is not independent. You're fighting, Democrats. I mean, you're fighting for a few $100 million in smart USAID money, but Democrats, you're fighting over the Constitution. You're fighting over whether, think about it like this, Chucky Schumer and the rest of you Senate Democrats. Don't help the Republicans this week. Don't vote for their stupid spending bills. You die on this principle. Either Congress will be an independent branch of our government, or Congress will just be an advisory body for the president. Because that's what's happening now. I think, Democrats, that's a sword worth falling on. That's a principle worth fighting for. By the way, everybody listening to me, here's one to do you can do this week. I recommend you do it all once this week. Call whatever Senate Democrat you want to call and tell them, do not vote for this Republican CR, this spending bill this week. I'll put the number of the Capitol Hill switchboard up here. Call the Capitol Hill switchboard, 202. There it is. Thanks, Keith. United States Capitol switchboard. Write this number down. Call that number. It'll direct you to any Senate Democrat. Say, I want to talk to Chuck Schumer. I want to talk to Chris Murphy's office. I want to talk to whoever. Leave a message with as many Senate Democrats as you can, because they're the ones who can stop this. And tell this, keep that number up, Keith. Tell the Senate Democrats, do not vote with Republicans this week. Stand up for the Constitution. Stand up for your constitutional authority. That's the United States Capitol switchboard, 202-224-3121. Write that number down. Call that number. Bombard these Senate Democrats. Thanks, Keith. Bombard them. Hey, last point today. And I'm going to harp on this, even though I know this makes me very unpopular on probably both left and right. You know me, I'm super pro-Israel. You know me, I'm super pro-Israel. But this past Saturday night, in this country, our government, just Saturday night in this country, forcibly grabbed a legal U.S. resident, arrested him, is now detaining him, and is trying to deport him as quickly as they can. A U.S. legal resident just grabbed by our government has disappeared. His wife, who is a United States citizen, his wife is a United States citizen. She's also 8 months pregnant, has no idea where her husband is being detained. Like this happened 3 nights ago in America. A U.S., a legal U.S. resident nabbed by the government, arrested, detained somewhere, nobody knows where, and our government's trying to deport him. There have been no charges, no trial, as of yet, no due process. Man, this is the kind of thing, the kind of bullshit, the kind of scary bullshit that happens in authoritarian regimes. This shouldn't happen here. I brought him up yesterday. This Mahmoud Khalil. I don't like him. I think he's an odious, offensive guy. He's somebody who hates Israel. He's somebody who, for the past couple of years, has been leading some of the ugliest protests at Columbia University in New York City. But he's a legal U.S. resident. He's here on a green card. He's married to an American citizen. He was arrested, and there have been no charges presented. That can't happen here. No matter how offensive, no matter how odious I think and you think this guy is. Trump came out yesterday, I think, and said, this is just the beginning. We're going to grab more and we're going to deport them. If you're against the United States of America, if you're against Israel and you're here on a student visa or a green card, we're deporting you. Those are the words of a United States president who has declared war on the First Amendment. Because this legal U.S. resident, as much as I can't stand the guy, you cannot deport him because of what he says and what he believes. That happens. That kind of thing happens under dictators. We must never let that happen here. Now, a federal judge late yesterday blocked Mahmoud Khalil's deportation. He's to remain in U.S. custody while the courts weigh his status, while the courts weigh his lawyer's challenge to his arrest. And I believe a detention hearing for him has been scheduled for tomorrow. What makes me sad is no matter our politics, we should all be on the same page here. You're in this country on a green card. You commit a crime, like a real actual crime. By the way, if you're in this country on a green card and you commit a crime, that's not an automatic cause for deportation. You still have due process and rights, and you got to get before an immigration judge. But I think most Americans should feel like if you're here on a student visa or you're here on a green card and you commit a crime, a serious crime against the United States of America, well, then go home. But you're here on a student visa, you're here on a green card, and you are exercising free speech. You're exercising First Amendment free speech. And if you're here on a student visa and or you're here on a green card, you are able to exercise your First Amendment rights. Most Americans should oppose deporting people on student visas and green cards who just say, I don't like Israel. Israel shouldn't exist. I don't like U.S. policy in the Middle East. Like if you're here on a student visa, man, I'll defend your right to protest against U.S. policy till the cows come home, won't you? This is what dictators do. This is what authoritarian regimes do. They penalize you, they imprison you, they kill you, they deport you because of your beliefs. That must never, ever, ever happen here. We can never let that happen here. Remember, the First Amendment, free speech, they're specifically to defend the most offensive speech, the most uncomfortable speech, the most hateful speech. But in this world right now of Trump and Trump's revenge, way too many Republicans, way too many Trump supporters are abandoning their beliefs, I believe they once held in the Constitution and free speech and the First Amendment, in order to give power to Donald Trump, a king, to get rid of and shut up and silence people they don't like. MAGA, shame on you. Free speech is more important than Donald Trump. The First Amendment is more important than Donald Trump. Due process is more important than Donald Trump. We'll keep you posted on this case, because this case is really, really important. A detention hearing tomorrow, and Trump is just unloaded. Like, there are going to be a lot more of these. This is wrong and this is un-American. I gave you the one to do. Call the United States Capitol switchboard. Get in front of any Senate Democrats you can. Do me a favor. There it is. There's the number, 202-224-3121. Call that number. Ask for a Senate Dem. They will switch you over. Leave a message. Do not help Republicans this week. As always, everybody else, no kings, no kings, no kings in America. Join me in this No Kings movement. Go to that website, oneflaginitiative.org. All one word, oneflaginitiative.org. Become part of the No Kings movement. We don't have kings in America, right? Become part of the No Kings movement. If you go to oneflaginitiative.org and you sign up once or twice a week, we're going to give you specific things that you can do to resist and oppose this rise of authoritarianism in America. So go to oneflaginitiative.org, sign up for these updates, become part of this No Kings movement, and let's oppose authoritarianism in America. That should be a slam dunk. My email, as always, The Social Contract with Joe Walsh, all one word, The Social Contract with Joe Walsh @gmail.com. Shoot me an email. Final request: if you like some of the shit I say and you follow me on some of the platforms, check me out on Substack. A couple times a week, we put out, and I write and other people write, really cool, interesting stuff on Substack. Go to Substack, Social Contract with Joe Walsh. Check out my Substack. Again, the name is Social Contract with Joe Walsh. Check out my Substack. Thank you all so much. God bless. Be brave.
Thank you for listening. Remember to listen, share, and follow The Social Contract with Joe Walsh on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere great podcasts are found. And be sure to leave a 5-star review. This has been The Social Contract.